Scene script. Have you ever pondered over the future of transportation and energy? Could we possibly be one invention away from a major shift in our energy sources? Let's take a moment to consider these questions. Asking such questions is important because it helps us to understand the potential for change and the trajectory of our future. It makes us aware of the possibilities that science and technology could bring about, and the profound impact they could have on our everyday lives. Let's take a step back in time for a moment and consider the humble commodity of salt. It was once one of the most precious resources in the world, used extensively for food preservation. The Latin word for salt, sal, is even the root of the word salary, because people were quite literally paid in salt. But then came along a groundbreaking invention, the refrigerator. Suddenly, the need for salt in food preservation dropped significantly. It didn't disappear entirely, but its role shifted and diminished in importance. Now let's consider gasoline, the lifeblood of our current transportation system. Much like salt of the past, gasoline is now a crucial resource, powering our cars, trucks, and buses. But just as the refrigerator revolutionized food preservation, we may be on the verge of a similar revolution in transportation and energy. Electric vehicles powered by batteries are becoming more and more common. Major auto manufacturers like Tesla are leading the charge, with other companies following suit. These electric vehicles are not just prototypes or niche products anymore. They are viable, functional, and increasingly popular alternatives to traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. And it's not just cars. The trend is spreading to other forms of transportation as well, such as dirt bikes and bicycles. The rise of electric bikes and dirt bikes suggest a broader shift in the industry, away from gasoline and towards electricity. Just as salt made way for more efficient methods, could gasoline be on the brink of being replaced by something far more advanced? We may be on the cusp of a seismic shift in transportation and energy, one that could redefine our relationship with these critical resources. From salt to gasoline and now potentially batteries, our energy sources have seen quite an evolution. Let's take a journey through time. Picture this: ancient civilizations where salt was not just a culinary staple but a critical method for preserving food. Salt was so precious, in fact, that it was used as currency. The word salary even originates from the Latin word for salt. It was a time when salt was a symbol of value, power, and life itself. Fast forward a few centuries and salt's reign as a primary energy source was replaced by gasoline. With the advent of the automobile in the late 19th century, gasoline became the lifeblood of transportation. It powered our cars, our planes, our boats. It drove progress, connected countries, and shaped the world as we know it today. But as we moved into the 21st century, a new player entered the field: batteries. As technology advanced, we began to see the potential of this energy source. Batteries, particularly lithium-ion ones, started powering our laptops, our phones, and increasingly, our cars. Today, we see a growing shift towards electric vehicles powered by batteries, with manufacturers like Tesla leading the charge. But why the shift? Well, batteries offer several advantages over gasoline. They are cleaner, more efficient, and potentially more sustainable. They also open up new possibilities for renewable energy storage, providing a pathway towards a greener future. Yet, the transition from gasoline to batteries is not just a switch in energy sources, it's a fundamental shift in how we think about and use energy. It's not merely about replacing one form of energy with another, it's about harnessing technology to create smarter, more sustainable, and more efficient energy systems. As history has shown us, change is inevitable. We have seen it with salt, and now we are seeing it with gasoline. As we stand on the brink of this new era, we can't help but wonder, what's next? What new energy source will power our world in the centuries to come? The rumbling engines of gas-guzzling cars are slowly giving way to the silent efficiency of electric vehicles. This shift is not just a technological evolution, but a revolution that promises to redefine our relationship with mobility and energy. Electric vehicles, or EVs as they are often called, are gaining in popularity. They're no longer the quirky, niche vehicles they once were. The reasons are simple and compelling. These cars are quiet, clean, and increasingly, they're the smart, economic choice. Let's not forget the thrill of instant torque and the convenience of home charging. And who's leading this charge? No surprises here. It's Tesla, the brainchild of tech entrepreneur Elon Musk. Tesla has not only revolutionized the electric vehicle industry but has also forced the hand of traditional automakers to follow suit. This has led to an interesting shift in the automotive industry, with traditional giants like Ford and General Motors, and even luxury brands like Porsche and Audi jumping on the electric bandwagon. But Tesla's impact goes beyond just making electric cars cool. They're leading the way in battery technology and charging infrastructure, two critical components for the success of electric vehicles. Their gigafactories are pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of battery production and cost, while their supercharger network is making long-distance electric travel a reality. But why is this shift so important? Well, it's about more than just cars, it's about our planet. Electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions, which means they're a key part of the solution to tackling climate change. They can also be powered by renewable energy, making them potentially even cleaner. The rise of electric vehicles could have profound implications for our society. It could reduce our dependence on oil, improve air quality, and even change the way our cities look and sound. It's a revolution on wheels. Just as refrigerators replace salt, could electric vehicles be the next big thing to replace gasoline? The signs are promising, but the journey is just beginning. The road to a greener future is electric, and we're all along for the ride. Electric vehicles are not just a fad or a stopgap solution. They represent a new era in transportation. An era that is cleaner, more efficient, and one that could play a key role in combating climate change. Electric vehicles, or EVs, offer a range of benefits over their gas-guzzling counterparts. For starters, they're powered by electricity, a source of energy that can be generated from renewable resources. This means lower greenhouse gas emissions and a smaller carbon footprint. Moreover, EVs are incredibly efficient. While traditional vehicles convert only about 20% of the energy stored in gasoline into power, electric vehicles convert over 70% of the electrical energy from the grid to power at the wheels. But it's not just about efficiency and emissions. Electric vehicles are changing the way we think about transportation. With advances in battery technology, the range of these vehicles is increasing, making them a viable option even for long-distance travel. Of course, there are challenges. The initial cost of electric vehicles is higher than that of conventional cars. Charging infrastructure is still under development in many areas. And yes, the production of batteries does have an environmental impact. But consider this. Every major technological shift has faced hurdles. When the refrigerator was first introduced, it was expensive, and people were skeptical. But as technology improved and costs came down, refrigeration became the norm, replacing older, less efficient methods of food preservation. The same could be true for electric vehicles. Prices are already falling, and as technology advances, we can expect them to become more affordable. The charging infrastructure is expanding, and battery technology is improving, reducing the environmental impact. So, let's embrace this change. Let's see it as an opportunity to create a cleaner, more sustainable future. After all, the transformation from gasoline to batteries may not be so different from the shift from salt to refrigeration. The transition from gasoline to batteries may be much like the transition from salt to more efficient methods of preservation. It represents not just a change in technology but a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. The future of transportation isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about doing so responsibly. We're living in a world where the whispers of change are growing louder each day. The shift to electric vehicles isn't a mere trend, it's a step in the right direction for the betterment of all. Imagine a world where the hum of engines is replaced with a quiet whisper, where exhaust fumes are replaced with clean air. The electric vehicle revolution is on its way, and it's not just limited to cars. The dirt bike industry is also catching the electric wave. Starkvark, for example, is leading the charge with electric dirt bikes that pack a punch without the pollution. And it's not just about the big, powerful machines. Electric bikes like those from Saran are transforming the way we commute on a daily basis. They're making it easy for people to embrace a greener mode of transport, even on a small scale. This shift towards electric isn't just about reducing emissions or noise pollution, it's about redefining the way we think about transportation. It's about showing that we can have the speed, the power, and the thrill, all without harming our planet. It's easy to draw parallels between this shift and the way salt was replaced by refrigeration for food preservation. Once upon a time, salt was as valuable as gold because it was essential for preserving food. But then, the refrigerator was invented and suddenly we had a better, more efficient way to keep our food fresh. In much the same way, gasoline has been the fuel that's powered our vehicles for decades. But now, we're on the brink of a new era. An era of electric vehicles that promise to be better, cleaner, and more efficient. Just as the refrigerator revolutionized food preservation, electric vehicles could revolutionize transportation. This isn't just progress, it's a step towards a brighter, cleaner future. And remember, like the shift from salt to refrigeration, this isn't a bad thing, it's simply evolution. taking us one step closer to a future that's not just electric, but electrifying.